Hello and welcome to BuzzTV's The Daily News. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to 3D Buzz's The Daily News for October 2nd of 2007, brought to you as always by Side Effect Software. I'm Terry. We're going to jump right into some entertainment news. Indie extra blabs and gets cut. This is actually a fairly funny story that, is a reason that we sign things, but also it shows the amount of power that Steven Spielberg holds in Hollywood. Steven Spielberg has cut scenes from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, in which a loose-lipped extra appeared after the extra gave away spoilers for the movie to his hometown newspaper, according to a story in the New York Post. Director Steven Spielberg and producer George Lucas made the entire cast and crew sign non-disclosure agreements, but the extra, Tyler Nelson, who was cast as, quote, dancing Russian soldier, gave an interview to his hometown newspaper, the Edmond Sun in Oklahoma, in which he revealed what he said were several story points about the top-secret sequel. Spielberg, furious that Nelson has reportedly taken all of the extra scenes out of the movie and has rewritten the story, or the screenplay, script, whatever you want to call it, so that he doesn't need to appear at all. So apparently he didn't have that integral part of the movie. Moving on to some gaming news, recent figures have shown the Wii sells 4-1 against the PS3 in Japan. That's not surprising. Japan's Interbrain says the Wii outsold the PS3 4-1 in the country between April and September. Nintendo sold 1.6 million units, while the PS3 sold 385,000. All of this shows recent figures between the two systems. A report from early September showed the Wii outsold the PS3 3-1 since their launch of last year. Now, that's not the story. What the story is, what is there going to be coming out soon that the PS3 will be a big seller again? Well, if you remember, the analysts were stating that Heavenly Sword was going to be the big seller. It was going to be the number one game that people were going to start buying the system for. That didn't happen. Then they said Lair. Lair was going to be the game that people were going to buy the system for. Once again, that didn't happen. As a matter of fact, Lair got some fairly bad reviews. Go look it up. It's pretty horrendous. But analyst Michael Pachter is stating now that it's going to be Little Big Planet. That's right. If you guys don't know what Little Big Planet is, go check it out. It actually looks like a really fun game, pretty inventive. I don't necessarily think so. I think it's finally going to be Metal Gear Solid 4, but, what do I know? I'm just a consumer. Anyway, but you just have to remember, though, that Nintendo is still selling strong, and it's still marching forward, and it is still selling an insane amount of consoles. So, once again, I'm just waiting for the PS3 to own the Nintendo, or own us for saying that the Nintendo is going to win. So we'll have to wait and see. Japanese planes have banned Wi-Fi gaming systems. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Japanese airplanes are no longer allowing gaming systems with wireless functions to be played on board. The revised law went into effect Monday, and passengers are asked not to play systems like the Nintendo DS. Apparently, Japan's Transport Ministry concluded that the electromagnetic waves emitted by the consoles have the ability to interfere with aircraft navigation systems and other devices. Passengers are still allowed to use the game's systems that don't have wireless communications or functions. So that is actually utter crap in my opinion. Anyway, tech news. UK can now demand data and decryption on penalty of jail time. New law is going to into effect today in the United Kingdom, make it a crime to refuse to decrypt almost any decrypted data requested by authorities as part of a criminal or terror investigation. Individuals who are believed to have cryptographic keys necessary for such decryption will face up to 5 years in prison for failing to comply with police or military orders to hand over the cryptographic keys or the data in the decrypted form. That's like a tongue twister. Anyway, Hollywood is fretting over digital movie downloads and declining DVD prices. Several retailers are redefining the term bargain basement when it comes to DVD sales, although some question whether it's the wisest move. Both Target and Circuit City have begun advertising certain DVDs which come from a variety of movie studios at a new low price of only $3.99 a piece, practically the equivalent of renting a movie. The movie is meant to boost sales, but not everyone is happy about it, least of all Hollywood. They have taken notice of the sales prices and are scared that consumers will be expecting these prices all the time for every DVD that comes out. DRMs also have Hollywood reanalyzing their business model. With the popularity of the internet and torrent sites, they are literally watching their whole model crumble before them, yet they are still hesitant to go the DRM route. But with exceptions like Disney, who has enjoyed a successful, profitable launch into the DRM arena, it's not a matter of time anymore, or if anymore, it's a matter of when they're going to actually start doing this. Although Hollywood wants retailers retailers to stop pricing DVDs so cheap, the trend is still ever growing. Video Business points out that mass retailers are increasingly pricing DVD titles into the $3 to $4 range. Moving on to some CG news, Maxon releases Cinema 4D 10.5. Maxon today released a dramatically enhanced version of its Cinema 4D software, sporting a wealth of new features added to the core of Cinema 4D program. The update also takes in a number of enhancements that have been made into Cinema 4D's optional modules. Chief among these are the new tools for Mocha and MoGraph, plus major enhancements to hair. One highlight is a new DWG import filter. Cinema 4D users now have access to one of the most widely used CAD exchange formats on the market. AutoCAD versions 13 to 2008 are supported, including layers, blocks, and references. A further boost to file exchange for customers in the architectural field is a new connection to Allplan 2000H, which guarantees loss-free transfer for Cinema 4D R10.5. So, if you guys have any more questions about Cinema 4D, go check out their website. They have a huge list of stuff that they updated for Cinema 4D. And with that, that is tonight's news. I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys have a nice night.
Amazing. It's good stuff. True. We can show it. Do you want to see it?